noble Ushtur guides my hand.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of
Room upgrades. Those are all nice. We require more glass. Most of the century, sometime last evening, every diamond belonging to the crown jewels of the were replaced with exact gold replicas. Authorities have no leads on how the perpetrators accessed the heavily guarded Tower of London. Stole $4 billion worth of diamonds and left no trace. The news here, the jewels are a little less shiny, no evidence, no CCTV footage, but those diamonds turned into gold. If they were stolen, I'm inclined to agree with Blade. There's some sort of diamond plague, we have much bigger problems. Fewer options for the wooing of starlets. Some very powerful computers rely on diamonds to operate central. Pulls information from those supercomputers. That is not good. What will we do if there is a diamond plague? Invest in Abacus Futures. Okay, so we've got this.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
Okay. Doing my best to look good.
Hi, kiddo.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss. Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? What do you think? I'm pretty sure Charlie left a steaming coil in the hallway. Third state of matter, indeed. See you, Hunter.
Okay, let's hear the screen. Right. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with your cards already in a hero's combat deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more. Heroes must have 8 abilities equipped to their combat decks. To equip a new ability, you must first unequip their ability to replace.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare. Found another artifact, Hunter?
Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge and generates significant resources for use in ability upgrades and crafting. Okay, so he does the artifacts, and Tony does the,
Hoary hosts of Hoggoth. I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively common at one point in history.
Okay, so our research levels up. Research projects take 1 day to complete, but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits.
You know, I really could do just as well without you loitering back there.
How else am I going to steal your secrets if I can't see what you're up to?
I feel like that is the one. Weaving magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty powerful items to help you in combat.
2 in a row. This is a major breakthrough. All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
Research is now in progress. Return to the Forge tomorrow morning for the results.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
Okay.
You moving into the fort?
Talk to Robbie.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Okay, so we've now got our latest Ghost Rider. So he's the Ghost Rider, eh? Okay. Can I open this? Where?
Blessings of the goddess. It is one of the elemental rods.
Lectin and moss covered most of the stone's earth-coloured surface. Leave it on the ground for even a moment and it's quickly lost among the halo plants that spring from the ground around it. Okay. Okay, so there was a few things, wasn't there, that we could look at around here.
The goddess of order approves.
Right, Chatham. More Spain. Chicken in the woods.
Must not be her purview.
Right, Chatham. Okay. Let's didn't explore. Agatha always makes me laugh. My aunt is so serious, always. Sometimes I catch her smiling like a little girl, but only when she's with Agatha. With me, she's just serious. The way she looks at me sometimes, I don't think she knows that I see it. I do. She's afraid. She's afraid that I'm going to be just like my mother. Okay, we've discovered Haven. So numerous Haven locations on the Abbey grounds. Once discovered, Haven can be used for a special daytime hangout with a hero where the friendship rewards are increased. Each Haven can be used only once. Each hero can only attend a single Haven over the course of the game. Okay. Small headstones honouring the Abbey's beloved pets. Cleo.
This rubble looks loose. The goddess disagrees.
On the road.
I was drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Interesting.
Handmade father doll. A doll for my father. I spent extra time on this one. Okay, it's like
What is
wicked
this?
construct. Symbolic totem that's crudely constructed to honor the elder gods. Wander's journal. They stopped attending to this grave some time ago. I guess I'm the only one that comes out here these days, so I get it. It's so sad, though. It was hundreds of years ago, but I can feel so much sorrow in this place. A loss like that, a husband and a father, that doesn't just go away. Maybe that's why everything happened the way it did.
Curious.
Okay. More wicked constructs. More wicked constructs.
Something.
Foraging quarterly recipe full of chips and drinks. Okay, so we've unlocked some tonics. Lilith is not Hunter's Journal. Lilith is no longer the light that she once was. All that remains is darkness. Darkness that wears the face of the woman I once called mother. I'm prepared to lay down my life, for many will perish if I do not act. Only one of us shall walk away from this storm that awaits. It will be me. I can feel it. There are only moments left.
The goddess must be busy.
I also think that you should be doing this yourself.
Oshter smiles upon me.
Okay, handmade by Wonderdar. This doll never had to leave its family behind. Maybe that's why I made it.
Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training.
Notes on hedge magic. One of the few works on hedge magic that treats the subject with respect. Okay. A rare recipe book. The rare handmade caretaker doll. Caretaker never did like the idea of being idolized in doll form.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods.
Sand Terrace.
This is witch sign.
Glyph scrawled in bone chalk. It's been known only to the witch who wrote it. Journal of Hiram Shaw. The people of Salem line up outside, drilling up the chance to be a part of this congregation. I cannot be more pleased with how many seek out the truth within these walls. With the guidance of Jithon and the power within this page, I will set them free. I am the one that has been chosen, and I praise Jithon for granting me this blessing and this power. Yet, where there is light, there are those who oppose it. A coven of witches stalks around us, deceiving my flock and sowing seeds of distrust. They will be stopped. God. Fucking lunatics. Yeah. We can't trust him. Pay our respects.
The Great Seer, known as Endra Moore, is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line. But she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns.
We only have so much time before Lilith's shadow falls upon the ground. Until then, I must continue to train. I must continue to become who I am destined to be. I am the hunter. I will hunt.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Windy Meadow, New Haven. New Haven. Okay, cooking for the gifted amateur. Gifted in need. These recipes look difficult. Okay, so we've got another. Rare cookbooks. Jean Grey stands powerfully and summons flames from her palms, holding a stance and waiting for the next move. This card represents instinct and wisdom, with a hint of mystery. I mean, there was a building here of some description, wasn't there?
The Standing Stones. There is powerful magic at work here.
The doll is from my mother.
Caretaker was furious when she found I had built this. I wonder... I never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became.
So, Hunter's Journal. Sometimes I wake, still caught up in my dreams. I am running, but seemingly going nowhere. The dreams seem to go on and on. It is dark and freezing, and I am trying to hide and make myself as small as possible, and not be seen or heard. Sometimes there are strange voices screaming from far away, and I am on my feet again, running. I'm never fast enough. It feels like these dreams are distant memories, or maybe something yet to come. when I shake away the sleep, I'm safe and warm. Agatha and Sarah are here. Everything feels okay. Illustrated mycology. Okay, this is good. Education. Knowledge is power. Remember that. Knowledge is power. Wander's Journal. When I first came here to work with Agatha, I used to sit in the shadows of the standing stones and meditate. There was a peacefulness here. Maybe it helped me feel a connection to Transia somehow. I don't know. Agatha tells me this was a place where a place that the blood would reach out to the other gods themselves for guidance. Maybe they could guide me too. Okay, so I feel that crack over there is a shortcut. The haven.
She believes in purpose.
Okay, we got an arcane key. We can open one of those arcane boxes. I suspect. We probably want to do a rare one. If okay, this looks like the kind of place Batman would hang out. noisy brook.
The goddess of order approves.
Vessel created by witches to honor the innocent. Okay.
Noble Ushtur guides my hand.
We're going to the Whispering Wood next. Scenic forests. A lot to discover here, isn't there? Thing in the middle, look at last. Death stands before the black vortex, surrounded by the prized infinity stones, tempting us with possibility. This card represents transformation and enter a new phase of one's life. Rebuilding the Wheel of Fortune, Domino knows the way in which the wheel will turn and shows the answer in the playing card she displays. This card represents luck and good fortune, along with opportunity in the future. She-Hulk proudly holds the scars of justice in one hand and her briefcase in the other, ready to face the courtroom. This card represents justice and fairness and righting the wrongs of the world. Didn't even see that card when we were approaching the door. estate on Mount Lafayette, New Hampshire. Once a journal, my favourite days are those with Agatha. She even talks more with Sarah sometimes. It doesn't feel like a drawling lecture. She's always smiling. Her face lights up when she tells me about all the plants, trees and mushrooms that we come across. Never thought I would find myself excited to share the healing properties of moonflowers or dryad saddles. Agatha tells me that one day knowing these things will come in handy, but for now it's just fun to learn them. Okay. Wanda's journal. I've said I'm sorry so many times I might as well say it here too. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened out there. Agatha and I train at her altar all the time, but something was different. Somehow this time I lost control. Agatha could have been hurt, and it would have been my fault. Damn, I need to figure this stuff out. Caretaker isn't looking at me the same. Agatha makes it look so easy, and I just make everything harder. We'll find a way to draw the elemental energy back to the altar, and we'll try again. We always do. P.S. Somehow I broke the cauldron too. I wasn't even in the library today. Okay, so that's that. Whispering Wood. So it's like another shortcut, am I guessing? Am I guessing?
This looks like a fairy ring.
Remains within are still thoroughly protected.
Just what I was looking for.
The hot zone is so light it almost floats. Fluffy white and grey walls conceal a light rolling thunder clouds which emit small bursts of light from time to time. Namor wields his trident with power, but remains tranquil in his strength below water. This card represents solitude, and finding the answers sought from within one's own self. Okay. Well, the one we're looking for is that, or do we want the Earth one?
The grave of Jeremiah Cain, another host of the spirit of vengeance. I wonder if he was as conflicted as Robbie is about being a ghost rider.
What, lounge in the water?
That.
Okay, didn't realise I could do that. Hiram Shaw Journal. Today, with the help of my loyal followers, I continued work on the foundation of this house of worship. I knew I was called here to this spot for a reason, and praise be, I have found that reason. This page I have unearthed is no ordinary parchment, but whispers to me, calling me to extend my influence and share these words with the people of this village. When he calls, I will listen. I am his faithful servant. Page whispers to me, and I weep with joy. It is the most clear example of his hand I have ever witnessed. I discover that
Perhaps a witch from the Salem Coven made this.
maybe. Right, let's don't feel that.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Yeah, it's the moon seal I need. Okay. It's okay. Okay. Look for arcane chests on the Abbey grounds and unlock them with arcane keys. Arcane chests reset periodically, so return to previously open chests to see if you can open them again. The higher arcane level, the more rewards each arcane chest will earn. Okay.
The gods are fickle.
No, they're not fickle. Okay. So I feel that we've opened everything, we've found everything. Well, not everything, no doubt. There's probably one or two things that I missed. But we have certainly explored the grounds. Missed the mushrooms, have we? Yeah. Yeah, need to get those eyes glowing.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Time's wasting, Hunter.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Every day the hunter can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
Right, rewards 1 training XP, 3 friendship XP, thick skin, common combat bonus.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Peace. Got a minute, Hunter? Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble, apocalypse prophecies, the Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, she is quite the marvel.
I see what you did there, and you're not wrong. Never met a gal who could throw me into the sun before.
She is a formidable ally in our struggle against Lilith.
Hell yeah, she is. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
You are not used to expressing feelings of affection, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My apologies.
And if I did, this ain't my first rodeo, you know?
Of course it is not. Whatever a rodeo is.
Yeah. Well, now that that's settled, maybe I should go sharpen my stakes or something. And maybe we should keep this chat to ourselves for now.
Okay, so we've had a little chat. Anyone down there want a little chat? No. Anyone there want a little chat? Nope. Just you.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let us get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York. Or anywhere, for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter. Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her. Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
Right, I should save those things to do when I've been sleeping.
Well met.
Best friends and neighbors can be interactive with posting pictures, frames. Okay, let's...
That looks good. Very nice. I wonder who painted this. This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
It is never easy to lose a comrade. I know this too well.
We did not lose Wanda. We let her go. Before any of this started. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
No good ever comes from a book like that. Trust me.
Funny. You sound like Wanda. She was also afraid of her power. I can almost hear her scolding me for invading her privacy. But I've done far worse than to rummage through someone else's things. Far worse. And so have you. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste the resources looking for her.
Ileana, just open the portal.
You are like an Avenger. All you do is take, take, take. You expect too much. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye. Yes?
Sarah will like that. I have always liked this one. Beautiful.
Hunter, putting me through my paces.
First we crawl, then we stumble.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?